Hi, we're back here from AmericanElgin.com, and today we're going to be talking about a very nice set of watches that Elgin National Watch Company made between around 1959 and 1963. These are self-winding, that means automatic movement watches in the thin line series, which were 27 jewel watches, which had the 761 caliber movements. And these are the model L as in Elgin. And these were made in a couple different versions. And as you can see there, we have this on the left. This is probably, in my opinion, the most attractive or most distinctive of these. This is as you can see, this is American made on the dial. These were all made at Elgin's main plant in Elgin, Illinois, which existed from the Civil War until it was shut down in 1964 and then demolished, unfortunately. And these were made there, and these have cases. The case itself has these very attractive, kind of almost horn-shaped lugs here, and it was made by ID Watch Case Company out of New York, and its case reference number 4448. As you can see, this is one version here. Very attractive, very interesting dial. Sort of a, not quite a target design, but maybe a bit of a bullseye design. One or the other, but anyway, it's very nice looking. And the next one, again from the same line, very classic, very classic design here with the 12 and the 6. And interestingly, this particular dial actually is very similar to, maybe identical to, a dial that's used on the Elgin 27 jewel model F, and that was a solid gold watch, which is case reference 4431. So it appears to be the same dial actually, or if not the same, then certainly very similar. And then the third one is this, also very classic design, very elegant. And one thing that's interesting about this set of watches is if you turn them over, normally these watches will all have the same kind of back, right? But interestingly, these do not all have the same back. And so, as you can see, two of them have a stainless steel back, and one has a gold back. And so the stainless steel ones, they say they have a 10 karat rolled gold plate bezel and stainless steel back. So we can read that. And the other one actually just says 10 karat rolled gold plate. Now it's interesting that these are different, but if we look at the advertising, we might actually see something, notice something if we look very carefully at it. So this is the advertising here for these watches. You can see this is the we'll start here with this one. This is the sort of the basic ad for this. It doesn't talk about what the case is made of, but then we move over here. And this is the L model, thin 27L, and we see that the case is made of yellow rolled gold plated top and stainless steel back. So that is this one here with the stainless steel back and the rolled gold plate top. But then we go a little bit further and we see another ad for the same watch. This is the thin 27L, same watch here. This is letter G. So let's go down and see what the letter G says here. G. Thin 27L, and the case is described as 10 karat yellow rolled gold plate, period. And that is this one here. So interestingly, they do use two different versions of what appears to be the same case, certainly the same case design on these. Very interesting. This watch here, we will notice it has some rather cool engraving. And one of the cool things about collecting these vintage watches is that you can see that these were given as gifts. This was to Gary Love Lydia. So as we mentioned in another video, when we talked about the 27 jewel Elgins, Lydia must have been a very fantastic girlfriend or wife to give her husband or boyfriend Gary such a cool watch that we can enjoy today. And this was a high-end watch. These were, as you can see in the advertising, these were 7150 in some ads, or 6950 in others. And that was a lot of money back then. At the time, this was more than a week. It was about a week and a half wages for the average American pre-tax. So quite a lot of money. People made an average of $50 a week in the United States at this time. And this watch cost quite a bit more than a week's wages for the average American. So these were high-end watches. These were quite expensive, and they were the best. These watches, the 27 jewel, along with the related 30 jewel lineup, which was used with the Lord Elgin brand, and these are Elgin. The 27 jewel and Lord Elgin was the 30 jewel. They're related movements. These are the highest jewel count of any Elgin watches ever made in the 100-year plus history of the U.S. manufacturing of watches in Elgin, Illinois. And it's very interesting because these watches were considered to be, these two lines, the 30 and 27 jewel, are also considered to be chronometer quality. Chronometer means a watch which is extremely precise and is only has maybe some permitted deviation of a couple seconds per day at most of either gaining or losing time. So these were very, very high-end watches. The jewels refer to working jewels, which are like typically synthetic sapphire, ball bearing type little jewels inside the watch, which help it run more precisely and reduce wear and friction. So as you can see, this very elegant design that they used here on these. This I think is the one that really, for me at least, really stands out. This really is sort of the showstopper of the letter L line, but they're all quite attractive. And the cases are a decent size for the time period. They're about 33 millimeters, just over 33 millimeters in diameter. Again, these are the three we have available. There's another version that is in the advertising that we've not seen in real life. And if you'd like to take a look at that and all the other information we have on this particular line of watches and other 2730 jewel Elgins, we recommend you please visit us online at www.americanelgin.com, where we have information on all of these watches. Thanks very much.